Hey, my name is Matthew, aka Crazy Matt, and this is a 6-star review of Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, directed by Zack Snyder, starring Henry Cavill as Superman slash Clark Kent. You have Bruce Wayne slash Batman, played by Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. You have Amy Adams as Lois Lane, and finally you have Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. Where to begin on this movie? I mean, really. It's Batman v Superman. It's Batman and Superman, two of the most iconic characters in all of American culture, in world culture, coming together for the first time in movie history. You know, we've had the Avengers, we've had Batman movies, we've had Superman movies, but we've never had the two big shots, Batman and Supes, together in one movie, and now we do. So is it any good? Well, you know, a lot of people very apprehensive going into this movie with Man of Steel, you know, fresh on people's minds. It was a very divisive movie. A lot of people did not like it. I actually really enjoyed Man of Steel. I'm a more Man of Steel supporter, but I can definitely see where there were a lot of flaws, a lot of nitpicks too, where you could really tear that movie apart if you really wanted to. So I, along with everyone else, you know, going into Batman v Superman, is it going to be any good? I'm kind of worried. We're on edge. Well, it's out, and it's safe to say that, no, it's not a good movie. No, it's not any good at all. Well, okay, there are some good parts, and let's start with the good. The first two acts of this movie are decent. They're good. You know, it's going in a direction that I actually respect. It's kind of this political angle where Superman is under the focus of the world. Is he a hero? Should he be under some sort of, you know, law or regulation? You know, he's a freaking alien who has the power to shoot lasers out of his eyes, and he's just off doing his own thing. You know, we shouldn't do something about this. He has the power, as Batman and Bruce Wayne put it, to destroy the entire world. And, you know, he's just on this free reign. It's a really interesting topic that comes up, and I applaud the movie for kind of going in that more serious political, you know, level where, that's where it kind of ends. Those first two acts. Batman's good, or should I say Ben Affleck is good as Batman. Batman himself got some concerns that I will address in my more bad section of this review. But the characters themselves are really enjoyable. I love this version of Superman, and this version of Batman has a lot of potential. Besides the choppy editing of the first couple acts of this movie, I'm actually engaged. And another question that people might be asking is Wonder Woman any good? Is Gal Gadot? That's another part of this film that a lot of people were kind of on edge about. And she's actually really good too. I'm really interested to see where Wonder Woman as a character goes forward. I know they are making her own movie. She's going to be it's going to be based in World War I. We haven't seen that time period explored in comic book movies. I know we've got World War II from Captain America, the First Avenger, but not World War I. I'm really interested to see where she goes. And that's it. That's the good. There isn't that much of it. This isn't a bad movie in the sense that it's cheesy or corny or it's hard to watch in that sort of sense. It's a bad movie in the sense that it has no direction or flow whatsoever, especially when we get to the third act, and I've been kind of teasing that. And let's just get into it. Let's break it down. The third act of this movie. No spoilers. Well, no spoilers. But not that it really freaking matters. The third act of this movie, somewhere in the transition from the second to the third act, there's a gaping, gigantic, massive hole where, you know, we're going in this one direction, as I was saying. We're going in this one direction. The characters are set up. The motivations, these opposite ends. You know, Superman is an alien who has to, you know, his alter ego is the human. Superman's alter ego is Clark Kent, whereas Batman creates an alter ego to be a superhero. He becomes Batman. So we have these opposite ends of the coin. You know, Batman is a more dark and gritty character, where Superman is, you know, trying to be a good, you know, hero for the world. He's dealing with this, you know, scrutiny. You can see where this is heading. This battle, the title of the movie, Batman v Superman. This is where we're headed, right? Right? Well, again, as I say, there's this gaping hole, and the movie just takes a left turn out of freaking nowhere, and all of a sudden you're just sitting there like, what you were just doing, and now that, and believe me, guys, I wish I could tell you what the hell's going on, but I couldn't understand the freaking thing. It didn't make any freaking sense. I don't. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a disappointing, discombobulated piece of crap. Steaming pile of shit. This third act of this movie. Lex Luthor comes. They've been kind of teasing his, trying to do his schemes in the background, but then all of a sudden, like he tries to, It's Batman v Superman, and they mess up the fight. The fight is boring. The motivations for the fight are boring. Everything leading up to the title of this movie, it's misleading. It's misleading. If you go into this movie expecting Batman fighting Superman, that's the title, right? That's the freaking title. You're not gonna get that. You're gonna get it for 5 minutes, and especially the motivations for the characters. Again, left hand, just a complete 180 from where they were going, where they were setting everything up. And you have these two guys fighting for no frickin' reason whatsoever. It's the stupidest crap. It's getting my blood boiling. I gotta settle down here, man. I gotta take a deep breath after watching this frickin' movie. Shit. There's a couple other things that I'd really love to touch on, but they're kind of more spoiler related. There's the whole, motivation, the whole Dawn of Justice, the Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice is trying to do way too much. If you really want to break it down, this movie's trying to do 15 things at once, 15 subplots. They're trying to fit in Lois Lane they're trying to fit her in, and trying to fit Wonder Woman in. They're trying to fit this whole Justice League thing in. And while I'm actually pretty intrigued, the little tidbits of little cameos that they dropped for the Justice League are actually quite interesting. At the end of the day, they don't really fit. They don't really fit in this movie. And there's an email scene. There's a scene where a character is reading an email, and it's the most unrealistic depiction of reading an email that it's pretty laughable. There's also a scene with the Jolly Rancher, also very laughable. There's also a scene with Granny's peach tea. Jesus, this movie doesn't know what the hell it's doing. It really doesn't, and it shows. It really shows. The editing is choppy. The plot is about as sideways as can be. It finishes on a bold note. I will say that the ending in this movie is quite intriguing. The fact that they went that far. If you know anything about the comics, then you probably kind of know what I'm talking about. Glimpses of greatness in here. You can see glimpses of greatness. And it just falls on its head. What else can I say? Batman. I said I was going to talk about Batman a little bit more. Bruce Wayne, Batman. Ben Affleck is great in his role as an actor, but the character portrayed in this movie, it really comes down to the plot and the directing. For one, he kills people. I think that's the big one. That's the big problem, is that, yes, Batman is a freaking mass fucking murderer. It starts out, you think, okay, maybe that car kind of blew up. Maybe they didn't survive. Maybe they survived. No. He straight up kills people. If it keeps on going, it keeps on happening. He's shooting fucking guns, and there's bullets, and he's killing people, guys. He's killing people. Batman, his whole moral dilemma is that he doesn't kill people, especially with the way that the Dark Knight trilogy with Christopher Nolan's version holds up. That's the whole moral dilemma. That's what makes Batman an interesting character, and they just throw that out the window. Batman v Superman. I still recommend you guys see it, just because it's Batman v Superman. It's kind of a big deal. But I'm definitely not going to see it again. And if you already disliked Man of Steel, you're not going to like this either. What could have been? Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice gets 2 stars out of 5. I'm worried about Justice League. I'm worried about this whole universe that Warner Brothers is trying to set up going forward. I really am, because apparently, from what I understand, it starts shooting in 3 weeks. Justice League starts shooting in like 2 or 3 weeks with Zack Snyder once again behind the helm. And I'm not gonna harp on him as a person, but I'm worried about him behind the helm as the director of this movie, and Warner Brothers in general, and just producing this whole universe. They're rushing the hell out of it, and they're not letting this, they're not letting an organic world form. The reason why everyone loves Avengers and that the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe is, for the most part, there are a couple notable exceptions, Iron Man 2 to be specific, is that they're trying to set up this whole world. That they aren't trying to set up this whole world, whereas the DC Universe seems like they're trying to rush to get to that Justice League, where instead Batman v Superman could have been $1 billion movie on its own. This movie cost $800 million to make, and I'd be pretty worried to see if they even make it that far. What would you guys think? Have you seen Batman v Superman? If so, I'd love to see your thoughts down below in the comments section. And if you liked the video, feel free to hit that thumbs up down there. That would be very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. And if you dislike this video, well, I mean, there's a dislike button too. I guess that's what it's there for. And if you'd love to see, if you'll have to stay tuned, keep updated with the channel. I'm gonna try and do this kind of a weekly thing. Try to get as, with a lot, there's going to be a lot of movies coming up this summer. Civil War, Warcraft, Jason Bourne. Stay tuned, guys. You can hit that subscribe button. That would be the best thing. I mean, it's free, right? Subscribing, it's free. Just come on. Well, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video a lot more than I enjoyed Batman v Superman. Till next time, crazy out.